welcome back to Jeff Quintin TV. And yes, I'm your host, Jeff Quintin. And so this year has been a pretty amazing and very interesting year for 2013. So today I'm going to reveal to you again what my predictions are for 2014. But before I begin, I just want to say again, thank you so much for your continued business, your referrals. Your referrals and your business are the lifeline of our business. So we really are grateful and appreciative of all that you've done for us this year. So again, thank you very much. So I'm going to jump right into it, okay? So again, you can also look below here to 2013 predictions I made last year, see if it was true, you know, if anything I said made sense or was actually a reality. So here we go. For my top 10 real estate predictions for 2014, wrote down number 1, and again, not in any real order of importance, but just all 10 items. Wrote down number 1, home prices will stabilize. You know, right now, in the last 12 months in 2013, most metropolitan areas throughout the country did see a rise in prices, okay? You know, the market's global and then it's local. But as far as our local South Jersey market here, we haven't really seen a whole lot in raising with prices itself. We think that most of the time it's all stabilized in most areas. And I think you're going to see that again into 2014. You're not going to see any real big upswing in the marketplace. So I think prices locally here will stabilize. I think across the country prices will stabilize. There's definitely going to be pockets of the markets within the markets that are going to see some appreciation where inventory is very low. Okay, so that's what my thoughts are as far as what's happening in prices. Probably stabilizing flat. Most markets, I believe, had hit complete bottom in 2012 or 2013 as far as the bottom of the markets. Certainly there's still markets declining, but most markets, all right? Number 2, I wrote down, you know, home builders, new construction will compete with resales. You're seeing it all over the place. Developers are back in the game. The flippers are back in the game. New construction is being built. Again, this is happening, you know, all across the nation. All the big home builders are buying tracts of land. And then locally here, again, local markets specific to South Jersey, especially the short points, lots of new construction. You know, with Sandy coming in, doing a lot of damage to properties, homeowners have sold. They're not rebuilding themselves. They've sold to developers. So new construction is going to dominate the market 2014 and compete with resale property. Number 3, I wrote down rental housing markets will surge and go up. You know, right now we're watching this, that rentals are in demand, and they've been very strong throughout the country and locally. Rentals, especially yearly rentals, are very limited, low demand, high supply. Low supply, high demand. I mean, right now, if you have a property you want to put on the market for a yearly rental, you're going to have 5, 10, 15, 20 applicants make the and apply for it. So we don't have really good quality rentals right now year round, and that's always going to be in demand. So I think you're going to see rental prices continue to rise a little bit. So look out for that. It's great for investors. Investors looking to buy property here, and they want to know that they can get a good tenant, get good rent. Right now, it's great for investors. Okay, number 4, I wrote down mortgage loan applications will rise and increase. So you're going to see more and more people today trying to get a mortgage. You see more and more people trying to refinance, making more and more mortgage applications. Now, lenders themselves have loosened up. They are lending. They are giving money out. They're not the easiest sometimes, but they are, giving money out. So I think this year you're going to see more and more people try to get mortgages, and plus a lot of new home buyers coming in. We're seeing younger and younger families buying homes, plus second homes, younger and younger. So I think you're going to see the mortgage application rise up a bunch. 5th, I wrote down here, interest rates must go up. I mean, guys, interest rates have been so low for so long. All eyes are going to be on Janet Yellen this year, who's going to be the new chairperson of the Federal Reserve in 2014. So with regards to a new Federal Reserve chairperson coming in, she's going to continue to monitor the bond buying program. But inflation is going to happen here, which is going to lead to higher interest rates. I can see that happening. I wrote down interest rates can only be suppressed for so long. So, I mean, that is going to happen here. My prediction is you're going to see interest rates rise and hit 5% sometime in 2014. It's going to go up. It's inevitable. So you got to buy now, lock in the rates now. Next prediction I wrote down here, I wrote down short sales and foreclosures will go away. Okay, so less and less bank-owned properties. Again, this is globally. Bank-owned properties, are being sold to packages. REO properties, which is called real estate owned, are being bought up in bulk. And short sales, less and less, are going to happen, and that inventory is clearing out. Now, locally here, New Jersey, we're seeing actually a little surge in bank-owned property again. For such a long period of time, there was a moratorium on foreclosures, and then plus with Sandy last year, the state of New Jersey kind of put a hold on a moratorium on foreclosures. But anyway, you're seeing actually in Jersey a lot more assignments coming in. So for 2014, I think you're going to see more and more foreclosures still happen in Jersey versus the nation. Okay. So next, I wrote down, investors. Getting back to investors. They're going to scrutinize and securitize, if you will, rental homes for long term. They're gonna look for buying properties and really be cautious to who they're putting in there, and really want to know that they're going to get a tenant there for a long-term rental and it's going to pay some good rent. So I think you're going to see more and more investors come into the market to buy more investment property. Next prediction I wrote down, I said, homes with curb repeal will lead market sales. Right now, I wrote down, home buyers will be extremely picky in 2014. We're seeing this more and more. They're only going to buy the nicest home in the best condition, and obviously still at the best price, okay? So all the junky inventory that's out there right now, it's going to sit. Even in markets where the inventory is low, homeowners today are picky. They don't want the old homes. They'd rather have something that doesn't need to be fixed up. So, going back to real nice curb appeal is going to help sell a home. Next prediction I wrote down, housing inventory rises but remains low. Again, there's going to be inventory coming on the market, but it's going to be low in certain pockets of the markets. So I wrote down here that most economists agree, and this is what we've always said, that a healthy real estate market will reflect about a 6-month supply of inventory. Okay, that's very, very healthy. Once it drops below 6 months or less, meaning that if not one more home came on the market for sale, it would take you 6 months to sell off the inventory. Okay, if they're in that type of market, 6 months or less, it typically will be in a seller's market. If you're 6 months or greater, you're typically going to be in a buyer's market. This year, you're going to see that be in both areas. There's going to be areas less than 6 months, and there's going to be areas a whole lot more than that. Now, locally here in South Jersey, most of our South Jersey markets are still in a buyer's market. We still have an abundance of inventory. Most markets have at least 12 months of inventory right now or greater. So until we clean this out, it's still going to be a pretty much stabilized, if not declined, if not buyer's market. So, but again, there's going to be markets within the market. Okay. Next, I wrote down here, this has got more of an interesting thought I have about real estate offices. You're going to go into different real estate offices, the next year, and you're going to see them getting smaller and smaller. You're going to see more boutique offices. I don't think you're going to see these huge offices opening up anymore. What's interesting is you're going to see more and more real estate offices have a more of an open space environment. They're going to be less personal offices. You're going to see more collaboration between the agents, fewer personal offices, shared workspaces. You're going to see that some offices are going to be set up as call centers, little pods, call centers like many other businesses with call centers. So I think you're going to see that. So those are my top 10 predictions for this year. Any questions you have, please forward this, share it here, make comments, forward to someone, or simply just email me or call me with any questions that I can help answer in any way. I really appreciate you guys tuning in. We look forward to another prosperous and productive 2014. Again, thank you for a great 2013. And as always, I look forward to our next conversation being the best of your day. Have a great one.